What's that picture you're looking at there, Jeff, buddy?
Thought you never asked, man. It's a set of bolt cutters. See the color?
Orange, yeah. Interesting. Why is that now?
Because, Darren, on Sunday, your Chargers are going to see these. Hi, and welcome to the Divisional Playoff edition of the I Formation. I'm Jeff Gibbons.
And I'm John Moist.
And, well, my sincere apologies to everyone out there in Cyberland for my abysmal showing last week, 0-4. I can't remember the last time I had a goose egg in the playoffs. John didn't do so bad this week, 3-1. We agreed on one pick, and that was the one that we got wrong. And we were told by a number of people. But you know what? The times they are changing. This week, we've got... all four of the teams that had byes last week into the mix, and some surprises this week. But we've put our heads together, and we've decided that we've agreed on all four of the picks to come this week for the games on Saturday and Sunday. So stick around, and we'll tell you all about them.
Hi, welcome back to the I Formation. Now we're going to make our picks for divisional round of the NFL playoffs, starting with a Saturday game, New Orleans Saints going into Seattle to face the tough Seahawks team. What do you think, Jeff?
12-man, baby.
Yeah.
You know what we're saying, Paul. You've been right alongside talking about how great the Seahawks were all year, and they were incredible. I just think the Saints, strong team. They've been known to skid against some good defensive teams. They lost to the Jets this year. They were humbled by the Jets early in the season. I just think it's a tall order to walk into Seattle and expect...
Actually, their biggest humbling of the season came in Seattle, where they were pounded there just a few weeks ago.
That's true. That's true. Yes, they were beaten there. So I don't think that psychologically they can make the changes. I think that Seattle is going to hold court at home.
Well, I don't think they're going to pound them like they did a little while ago. I think... but I do see Seattle winning this game by about 10 points. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Low scoring on a 10-point.
Low scoring?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And it's 7-10 points, but low scoring. I think what you're going to see is almost anemia in the first half.
27-17.
Okay. What he said. That's low scoring.
That's low scoring.
For those two
Yes. Yeah, for those two.
All right.
What we got next?
Next,
Indy going to New England. What do you think?
this one we've been thinking about all week, John. I know that if one of these seeds was to fall this week, we would love nothing more for it to be the New England Patriots. Well, I've contended all year to be the weakest team of the strongest teams in the AFC. You know, coming out of the AFC East is not any big thing anymore. I like to think of it as the AFC least. Brady, through a lot of adversity this year, the receiver core.
You got to, if I may interrupt you there for a second, we were talking about Brady going through adversity. He's going to be up against Robert Mathis, NFL's leading sacker in this game. And he's been sacked 40 times. So,
which is in the top 10.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
Yeah, and I think, hurrying that offensive line is going to cause all kinds of problems. But at the end of the day, in Foxborough, I think this is a closer game than people want to admit. And I think that Brady is going to be on the sidelines, and that kicker's probably going to bail him out at the 11th hour. I think it's going to be that close. Humbled again. I would love to see it tip the other way. Andrew Luck coming up with a big game, but it's a tall order in Foxborough.
Talk about a big game. What a comeback that was last week against the Chiefs. Andrew Luck looks like a seasoned veteran. Yeah, I really think that he's a budding superstar. Going to be one of the best within a year or two. And they're going to keep this close against New England. New England hasn't lost at home yet the year, though. It's a tough task to come in, especially after Belichick and Brady have had 2 weeks to prepare here.
Yeah, look at film, so to speak. Cincinnati also didn't lose at home up until last week, so all bets are off in the playoffs. We need to make sure that you're tuned in for that one. I think that's a great game to watch on Saturday night.
So you're picking New England?
Yeah, sadly. Wait a minute. We both picked the same team.
Okay, that was lame.
Yeah. So was that. Okay, into the Sunday games. And we've got the Carolina Panthers hosting the San Francisco 49ers.
And I've been talking about Carolina all year. Now, San Francisco has won 7 games in a row now, and looking really good, especially with that win over Green Bay last week. They're looking fantastic. Carolina now has a rested team, and at home they've won 7 in a row. The only loss that Carolina has at home this year was in week 1, Seattle, when they lost 12-7. In the 7 home games that they've won, they've averaged 28 points, and the average amount against them is 12. So they've been dominant at home, and I think that this defense is for real. They've proven it all year, and this is going to be an extremely low-scoring game. Whatever the over/under is, go with the under, because I don't see this many points in this one at all.
Agreed. A field goal fest at the best. I think both of these teams are going to come and they're going to show up defensively, I should say. A cat and mouse game, but at the end of the day, I think Cam Newton gets the job done, and I think they score enough points to win at home in a squeaker. And I think it might be the game of the week. Got to be honest with you, it's going to be a great game to watch.
Few injuries in this one.
And of course, rounding out our list, we have the Denver Broncos hosting the upstart San Diego Chargers.
Chargers looking good.
They are. Give credit where credit is due. They've played well. They were the only team. They went 4-4 on the road this year. But one of their wins on the road was the only loss at home for the Denver Broncos.
Philip Rivers won his last 2 trips there.
He has. And in temperatures of less than 40 degrees, he's 10-2 lifetime.
Is that right?
So that's an interesting stat. But the other side of that is when they went into Denver and they beat Denver, they were without Champ Bailey and they were without Wes Welker. Those things both are healthy now, I understand.
Yep. Matter of fact, almost the entire 53-man active roster for Denver is healthy, with the exception of Derek Wolfe, the only guy who's out this time.
I think look for Wes Welker to have a huge game against San Diego. I think he's the key. If he plays well and he helps Manning out in those short situations, I think they'll be fine. It's going to be a good game to watch as well. But unfortunately, Mr. Perro, this is the end of the line for the Bolts. As much as I know that you're feeling the love right now, you get to put your jersey and all that other stuff away. And you get to put on your Broncos hat. So really, that's not so bad after all. But that's where we are on those 4 games. Stick around. We're going to share who we think is going to be Player of the Week and our Teams of the Week.
Hi, now we're going to make our picks for Team of the Week and Player of the Week for the divisional round. And Jeff, you're up. Player of the Week.
Player of the Week? I got to go out to the Seattle Seahawks this week. I'm going to go with the running back, Marshawn Lynch. I think he's going to have a big game on the ground this week. Who do you like?
I'm going to go with Seattle Seahawks as well. I may as well mention them as my Team of the Week first, and my Player of the Week from Seattle, Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson has a big game on the ground here. He's quite capable, like Kaepernick did for the Niners last week, came up with some big first downs against Green Bay by running for it. I think Russell Wilson's going to do his same sort of thing this week and have a big game for Seattle.
Wouldn't it have been creepy if we both picked the Seattle Seahawks this week too, even if we were online with all our picks this week? I actually purposely stayed away from the Seahawks just because I figured you would say the Seahawks, so just wanted to come up with something different. And I think equally as important is that the Carolina Panthers have a huge game this week in their divisional playoff round, and I think that they come to play and they make noise. So here we are, divisional round. Again, no big surprises. Actually, going with the grain, going with the 4 top seeds, and I think that we're going to be okay. So, anything else?
That's it.
All right, man. Well then, that's it for this week. So
Enjoy the games.
remember that you can visit us on Facebook at the I Formation. We also have Twitter, _I_Formation. You can add us to our YouTube channel, the I Formation channel, and you can email us at the iformation@gmail.com for all your needs. And we're starting to see people putting their opinions online. So as far west now as Ontario, so keep it all coming. We're ready for you, and enjoy the games this week. So until next week, it's good night for me.
And it's good night from him. Have fun.